Welcome! It's a bittersweet day to be a miner. We're going to talk about the current state of GPU mining, and we're going to talk about the future of GPU mining. But first, let's go ahead and spin that intro. So here we are, it's the end of July 2024, and it is not going well for GPU mining. After nearly the best part of a decade, we're shutting down the GPU rigs. And let's talk about the current state of GPU mining and our long-term projection. Will GPU mining bounce back? Traditionally, it's always bounced back. It's been very cyclical in the BTC world. It goes up, the whole market goes up, everything goes up, mining, including GPU mining in a big way, and then it falls back off a cliff for 3-4 years, and then the cycle comes back with a vengeance, and it climbs, it drops, it climbs higher, it drops, it climbs higher, it drops. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that this is any longer in the future for mining. So yeah, so as you saw in the intro, I really have shut down all of my GPU mining rigs, and I have now been mining since 2017, so that is the best chunk of the decade I've been mining, and this is the first time that I feel like I am not hopeful that GPU mining will in fact bounce back. And I'm going to tell you why I think so, but first, what about the current state of GPU mining? Well, if you want to see the current state of GPU mining, hop over into hashrate.no, search by GPU, and it's going to list the GPUs in the most profitable down to the least profitable, and yeah, it's they're all in the negatives, and that's at your standard electric rate of, I believe, 10 cents per kilowatt hour, which most people don't have. So that's pretty rough. So hypothetically, what if you get 5 cents a kilowatt hour? Why don't we take a look and see what that would look like? Let's see what the normal, what if you get 20 cents per kilowatt hour? Should you be mining? Absolutely not. No, because you could just buy the crypto at a way cheaper than to run your GPUs. So that's it's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible place that we're in right now. And I just want to talk about what I'm doing. I've been mining now since 2017. I just took off all 6 rigs. I've got a number of other GPUs laying around that I was hopeful to build a rig with, or a couple rigs rather. I've got a slew of 4060 Ti's laying around. I still have some 20 series laying around. So the first things first, I'm going to liquidate any of the older generation 20 series. I have just a handful left of those. Those are going to go. It pains me, but I guess I'm going to liquidate all of my 3070s. I probably have 3070s and 3060 Ti's. I'm going to get rid of all the 30 series. I'm going to hold on any of the 40 cards I have right now. And just in case something does happen and the market pushes back. But let's talk about why I don't think the market's going to push back. In the past, when the cryptocurrency market went back up, it climbed back up, then it made the mining way more lucrative. You fire up everything, even at a terrible overclock. You would crank those cards, put too much power to them just to try to get the extra hash rate. But here is the reason that these are not going to be a thing anymore. Kind of similar to the way technology advances. The people were scared when the sewing machine came and took over jobs, and the automated switchboards, and well, these are the dying technology for mining. These are still amazing things. They can do AI. I mean, AI rigs on these are super cool and interesting. Salad rigs, because I'm definitely looking into building some of those in the future. But these are not specialized. These are not designed for mining. They're not specifically designed for mining. These kind of things are the reason. These mini at-home ASICs are the reason that GPU mining is not going to survive. These are essentially have replaced these, because you can get an Ice River Queso Ultra. This one right here before me, it's making about $1.25 to $1.50 a day, not overclocked, just running stock standard. And don't worry, we're gonna have some videos on this coming up. Just haven't got around to that. That's our next goal. But these are essentially replacing these these work way more efficient. They use less power, and they're actually cheaper now. You can get this for $250, sub $300, whereas you can't get a 4060 Ti for under $400. So this is the future. This will hash at 20 times what this could do. So you're getting 20x for lower power, and it's a lower cost. And it's not just on the CASC algorithm. It's not just CASPA. There's tons of these mini at-home miners that are running, just plug them right into your 120 and fire them up, and they're simple, they run, there's no fiddling with them. These are the future. These, unfortunately, are the past. It hurts my heart. It breaks my heart to say that. I have been a huge GPU miner for many years, and it's time. It's time to liquidate. I'm way behind the curve of liquidating and getting out. Lots of people have already done so. Son of a Tech is liquidated. Many big miners have turned them off. They're not running them anymore. Even if you're getting them hosted, you're barely making pennies now. So what does the future hold? What does the future hold for crypto mining? I really think that the future of crypto and mining, any kind of future that involves a GPU, is going to be AI based. Any kind of Salad's an interesting project, but I don't think it's there yet. I've dabbled, I've been playing around with Salad. I'm going to build a couple extra rigs coming up. I definitely have some more cards, more components laying around to build them out, but it's not the future. It's the bridge. Salad is the bridge. There's going to be other AI pop up. Until they can figure out how to fully utilize our at-home systems, that kind of a setup is going to work. It's going to get you a little bit, but it's not the future. It's not the end-all be-all. So yes, we'll go into future videos on Salad, on how to build those rigs out, if you should be building those rigs out, and what we're doing with those rigs. But there's not a ton to really dive into on GPU mining other than let's go look at the current numbers and see how bad they truly are. And then if you're still mining, make sure you tell us your thoughts down below. Am I crazy? Am I jumping ship too early after this many years? Should I be just riding the wave? I don't know. Let's jump over into our computer session and take a look at the numbers. Let's go. All right, so here we are. We're over in our computer session, and we are on hashrate.no. We're under the GPU section, and man, it's bad. It's real bad. So there is showing one profitable GPU at the normal electric rate, and that is a 170HX CMP mining card on a single algorithm, and it should be making 16 cents profit per day. The next best, 4070 Ti, negative 2 cents. So we got a 4080, negative 13 cents. And it gets worse, 6900 XT, negative 16 cents. Keep scrolling down, negative 2, negative 2, negative 13. It's a sea of unbearable loss. So what happens? This is actually at the power cost of 12 cents. So I misspoke. This is at 12 cents because that's what I'm running. What happens if you're at, say, 8 cents? You got a great rate. Let's see what happens then. Now, you're running 8 cents kilowatt an hour, which is pretty solid, and you already have a stack of GPUs. Well, there's hope. There's a little bit of glimmer. It's still slightly profitable. Well, for 4090, 4080s making 17 cents, 4070 Ti is still making 18 cents. Let's drop down to the more reasonable GPUs, the more widely owned. 6800 XT, 7 cents profit. On Clure, you've got 4070 Ti making 14 cents. 4070s, which are really nice but expensive cards still, 12 cents profit per day. 6,800, 4 cents. What about the old, most popular 3070, NVIDIA RTX 3070? You would make 3070 right here. You would be making 3070 right there. You would be making a cool 8 cents per day profit per 3070. So if you've got the hardware and this crypto is something that you want, then you might be slightly coming ahead at 8 cents per kilowatt hour. But that's if you're mining that and holding that. If you're actually exchanging that, because there's the 3060 Ti right under it. If you're actually exchanging it or moving it, transferring it, then you've probably already lost any profits in the transfer fees. So now, hypothetically, we're going to run 5 cents per kilowatt hour and see what happens. Hypothetically, you're getting hosted, because that's about the only way that you're going to get that cheap. So let's scroll down through here. Again, the 4090 and the CMP 170HX is up there at the top, 66 cents and 48 cents respectively. 4080 is 39 cents. Those are big boy cards. 4080, 4080 Super, 40 cents. More realistic cards. Let's go down to the more realistic. The 3080 would be making 30 cents profit per day per 3080. And that's on Conflux, and that's dual mining even. So Conflux and Pyron, or how about we go down 4070, 26 cents. So that's something. Let's go down to the old tried and true, the most trusty, the 3070 at 5 cents per kilowatt hour. Dual mining would get you a profit of about 22 cents per day. Let's go take a closer look at that. That would be on Conflux and Pyron. And that's cranking some electricity, though. You're talking 192 watts. So are you wanting to pay for 192 watts up front? Man, that is really putting some electric through that card, too. That is not my style of mining, because then you're also talking a ton of extra heat here in the summer, and then you've got to offset that heat. You've got to somehow offset that heat, so then you're paying for cooling. Even if it's in a shed or you're doing ambient, you're still running extra electric to run fans, exhaust. So we're measuring the electric of only the GPU, not the electric of all the pieces that are included, such as fans, exhaust fans, cooling, those things. It's not looking good. Okay, so now you're one of those people that really do have it bad, and you're paying 20 cents per kilowatt hour. Let's back out to the main. Let's go up to 20 cents per kilowatt hour. It's fairly common. Lots of places are at this point. So one of the most efficient graphics cards mining is the 6600 XT. This thing would be losing you 17 cents per day. It would cost you 17 cents per day to run iron and gram. It would cost you 8 cents a day to run straight iron. So you're losing on chlor, on iron, on dual mining iron and gram. It's not looking good. 6600 losing money. GTX 1660. Man, it's looking real bleak out there. What about we go down to a 4060 Ti? It's gonna lose 13 cents a day on Dynex. It's bad. That's bad, man. Like, 'cause why would you mine if you're losing 13 cents a day, plus the additional loss of transaction fees, plus the additional loss of your fans and cooling, and the additional time and effort you're putting into it, because time is money. So a 3060 losing 14 cents a day on Nice Hash Carlson. Man, losing 36 cents a day dual mining iron and pyron. Literally, I can't even make a use case, because if you're thinking, well, that's what it's making today, but I'll hold that crypto and I'll exchange it when it goes way up. Well, if that's your thought process, you would way cheaper just to buy the crypto outright buy Ethereum and then trade it into whatever else you want, or, you know, some other crypto, buy your way in, and you're still gonna get it way cheaper, and you can still hold it and wait for the inflation if you believe in that specific crypto. It's looking bleak. So these are just the GPUs. Now let's just for the sake of argument, let's hop over and look at some of the ASICs. Are they profitable? Are there a lot of profitable ASICs? Because surely not. Surely you can't get a lot for your ASICs if you can't make anything with a GPU, right? Wrong? Look at the profits. I mean, these are some crazy, really expensive ones up here. KS5 Pro. Look, notice that a lot of them are Caspa too. You got Caspa and Lithium. Those are like the most profitable right now. But let's go down to some of the affordable ones. Okay, so this is the interesting one right here. The Ice River ALO. That is the new Ice River a lithium miner, and it's going to run on 100 watts at 400 gigahash. It's making $21 a day profit right now. That thing costs a little over $800. It doesn't ship out until mid-August, so mid to end August. By then, what's the profit? $10, $15 a day? It's probably still going to be $15 a day, but it'll keep dropping as the market gets flooded. But like that's crazy, right? This little box, this little machine, exact same size as a KSO, is making $21 per day on 100 watts total at the wall. No additional cooling, just that's what it is. So then you've got other Caspa ASICs, $21, $20 profit. There's a script miner making $20 a day. The GoldShell AL box, which was grossly overpriced, but that's a whole different story. Ice River, I applaud you for coming out and knocking GoldShell down a little notch on that one. So there's that. Bombax, the KS3 Caspa miners, you got some script in here. You got Octa, Caspa. Look at all of these that are still profitable. L7, S21 XP, you're still making $7 per day. Now, a lot of these are not the small at-home miners. A lot of these are really cranking some watts, and they have a huge upfront cost. But the problem is, GPUs can't compete with these. And there's so many, and they're so widely available on so many algorithms that the future of GPU mining is crushed. And this is why. This is why the future for GPU mining is crushed. And I have little hope for the future of GPU mining. So let's look at the market. Maybe it's because the market is really bad right now, right? It's probably just because the overall market is really far down, right? Is that doesn't look like this is Bitcoin right here. This is Bitcoin where we're at right now. This is clear back. We'll go to some bull runs. I got started back in here. Back in this bull run back here. Then we had a big drop, and GPU mining kind of died out, and it was, I mean, people were still mining and speculatively holding, and then boom, come way up. People were still mining and making tons of money. You can't get any GPUs anywhere, and it dropped down for a short period, came back up, and everybody thought that was coming back, and then it went back down. It died. But now the whole market has came back up. It's floated back up. Bitcoin's above the previous peaks here, and yet here we are. The market is up. It's not that the market is down. Overall, the market is pretty healthy. So the fact that the market is healthy and that we still can't make anything GPU mining, it's pretty damning overall on the future of GPU mining. So let's hop over. I think this has been depressing enough to look at this, so let's hop over and close this thing out. Let's go.
Yeah, so there, as you can see, it's looking pretty bleak. Even when you go look at the market, Bitcoin's still at $64,000, $65,000. It's not that the crypto market has tanked completely. We're not at this tanked bottom where we're waiting for it to come back up and blast back off, and us miners to fire up all those GPUs again.
the market's decent right now. It's just that the hardware is not, it can't do what the market demands. A GPU can no longer do what the market demands, and thus it's now getting to be old technology. This is out in the fields working instead of the machinery, the combine going through and collecting all the crops. So yeah, please down in the comments, tell me what your thoughts are. What are your future plans? Are you still GPU mining? Am I crazy? Should I not be jumping ship after all this time? Should I hold the line, keep it going? I just don't think I can do it anymore. I'm gonna keep pushing into mini miners and at-home miners, Bitcoin lottery miners. Like, for me, those just seem like a better option. I'm gonna build some AI rigs and we're gonna go from there. So yeah, for those of you who are GPU miners who have been along with me for quite some time, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not quitting mining. I wanna make sure that that is known. I'm not quitting mining. I'm just mostly quitting GPU mining. So yeah, so it's a sad, sad day. Hold on. So yeah, that about wraps it up for today's video. I really have enjoyed the journey. It's been super fun, the GPU mining journey, and there's new pages ahead. It just, those pages might not contain the GPUs. So if you're new to mining, you need some help, make sure to join the Misfit Mining Discord. There's always plenty of seasoned vets in there willing to help you out. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the ride.